We are back, guys, and today we will be discussing something pretty interesting, anime, and primarily what has gotten us into anime. With that being said, not a lot of talking. Let's get to it, sir.
What's up?
What made you get into anime?
Yeah. So first of all, before I even really get into my answer, I got to shout out to my brother Lance at Night Shift Gaming. You can follow him on Twitter and Twitch. His stuff is really entertaining. You'll have a good time. So I bring him up because he is honestly the person that got me into anime.
Okay. Elaborate,
Bro. So man, probably when I was maybe like 6 years old or something like that.
Oh wow.
I was always into drawing.
Wait, did I know you then? I did. Carry on.
Really? Are we okay? All right. So he was really big into drawing, and I was just always highly interested into it. And then next thing I know, he kind of put me onto Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
And that was like what opened my world to everything that was anime. Because for a while there, I just thought like, okay, this is just a random cartoon. This is when I was young. I know it's anime, but I was like, yo, this is dope. And
Kind of some disrespect saying.
yo, it's disrespectful, but I was an infant, so whatever. But I think the reason it stuck,
Yeah.
unlike a lot of, when we were growing up, of course you had like the WB and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the reason that stuck more for me was because I've always had an active imagination.
Yes.
And I mean, everybody that knows me knows I have a pretty active imagination.
This is true.
And
sometimes it got us into trouble. But carry on.
But for me, that brought what I viewed in my imagination to life. Like people being able to fly, people being super strong, like being able to lift boulders and stuff like that over the head and shooting beams out of the eyes, the arms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was for me that was dope as hell. Like I'm a young kid, and I just remember like Saturdays just sitting there being so captivated by it. And I don't know, man. For me, like the reason I still continue to watch it to this day is because, and maybe the same is for you, but I got a lot of life lessons out of it, like being resilient, the idea of teamwork, and essentially the whole aspect of never giving up and always just pushing to be better. And
that's true. Like a lot of people don't understand the life lessons that you can get from cartoons in general, but specifically the life lessons that you can get from anime.
Bro, like
it teaches you so much if you are willing to just disregard that this is
fiction. Yeah. I mean, man, like, cause let's shoot Naruto.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no spoiler. It's this boy had a demon fox put in him.
Yeah, he was grind. He had to grind.
Everybody in the village hated him. He had no idea why. They knew why, but they just, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with you. But against all odds, he ends up being the hero of the village, and everybody loves him. Like,
I mean,
that's a rough synopsis.
That's a very rough synopsis without giving any spoilers. Definitely rough synopsis.
At the end of the day, like, bro, like.
But I mean, come on, it is a demon fox. I'm just saying.
But if we just exclude the demon fox, it's just, bro, like that's resiliency. I mean, that's what the Army always taught me. And like, oh, that makes sense.
Go figure it out.
Like that makes sense. Okay, cool. I I can correlate this what the Army's teaching me with what I learned in anime. Okay,
yeah, I can put two and two together. At this point,
so now that's what that was my gateway into it. That's what got me kind of that's why I stuck with it.
Yeah.
So now I pass the question back to you. What got you into it, and why do you still watch it to this day?
I mean, hell, y'all niggas the one that got me into it. So a little backstory. We've literally known each other for our entire life.
Bro, you're the first person.
32 years old. We've literally known each other our entire life.
I've known you ever since I can remember.
Yes. What brought me into it was one of y'all drew Trunks.
Yeah.
With the sword.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does this nigga have
Dope.
this huge sword
Future
at this
Trunks
point?
was the man.
Yeah, Future Trunks was the man. Like, Future Trunks had on joggers. He had on like that half-cut jacket.
Fire.
He had on like I don't know if it was like a tank top or if it was like a swole type muscle shirt, but he had that on.
Bro.
And then to top it off, the nigga had a huge sword on his back.
Bro.
Like, where he come from? But anyway, seeing that drawing and then talking to Lance about it, that's when I'm like, okay, I need to see what's going on here because these niggas are literally sitting up here drawing these different characters out. I can draw to save my life, but fascinated at the fact that y'all are literally sitting here drawing these guys out. So when that happened, that's when I got introduced to it, and then that's when I started to watch it as it came on TV, like one episode a month. It's like this is hell.
But you continue to wait for it.
Oh yeah, because it never not gave you a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah,
something to hold on to the next episode. And that cliffhanger, the one thing about Dragon Ball Z I will say is that the cliffhanger necessarily didn't always come at the end.
Oh yeah,
it might have came in the beginning, it might have came in the middle, or it may came at the end.
Like cliffhanger when Krillin died. Bro,
you didn't know what was going on. The only thing you knew is that okay, this guy has died.
Yeah,
Goku is trying to figure out what's going on and like how to deal with all of this, and then that's it.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, wait for next episode. It's like, well, he just we're only 5 minutes in, now he's dead.
Yeah, but
that's what got me into it. Now, what made me stick with it was the fact that, like you said, it taught you so much. Yeah. It taught you these life lessons of, being able to stick with things like taking care of people who necessarily can't take care of themselves. Yeah. Like always trying to push past your limits. Yes. Because in most animes, you have this person who is like, okay, this is what I'm going after. Yeah. And you have everybody saying, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. Like, you can't do that. Like, just let it go. Just leave it alone. And it's like, hell no. Like, no. Like, I'm going for it. Like, I got tunnel vision at this point. Like, I'm literally going for it. So that's what made me get into it. That's what made me stick with it. Even to this day, like, I'll still, like, if I'm feeling some type of way, like, if I'm feeling, like, bothered about something, I will literally go and watch an episode, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, I can figure this shit out. Like, all right, let's see what's going on. Like, I should be able to figure this out.
It's weird, like, whether I'm upset, whether I'm down or something like that. And I know this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but like I can go watch anime and like it at least allows me to escape.
Oh yeah,
from what's going on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like every person, every man, every woman, they need to have some sort of escape.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to escape because stuff is just too hectic. Life is just too hectic. And so for me, like, bro, that's always been my little version of an escape. So question now.
What's up?
So now that we both know that like we're in anime for the long haul, of course. Yes. So we've been in for the long haul. What are you currently watching now and what's really like what's really intriguing to you? Because I feel like this is where we're going to differ.
So that may have gotten a little loud. I'm excited. Let me see. So what I'm currently watching now, I think we're both watching it, of Demon Slayer. That's like automatic.
Dope.
Currently watching that one. I just started Bleach. Shut up. Because like you're like, oh, you watch Bleach, like Bleach is the shit. Whatever. Currently watching Demon Slayer, Bleach.
Okay.
I'm back and forth between Naruto and One Piece because it's just a lot going on.
It is a lot.
All of those, for those two primarily, it's a lot going on.
It is a lot going on.
The one that I continue to go back to though, and I don't know, I guess it's just his whole mannerisms. Like the one I continue to go back to though is One Punch Man. I don't know why.
Really?
I just continue to go back to that one. And last but not least, the one that I will watch without question is Castlevania. Yes,
Bro,
pause.
that's fire.
It might not be considered an anime.
It looks like anime.
But Castlevania is legit. And I say that because, for one, I'm fascinated with vampires. I don't know.
Yeah. I love that.
My own,
shit.
personal, outside of this, my own personal appeal. I think vampires exist. So what? I think they exist.
We're not going to go there.
I think they do. Anyway, Castlevania is like the one I will,
Okay.
especially with the situation that happened. So the reason why I put that in the anime category, aside from the graphics and the actual,
Okay.
what's going on with it, is the fact of if they would have left Dracula alone,
Okay.
what transpired after that, I feel like would not have happened.
Oh, you talking about the whole like cataclysm and all that stuff?
I feel like that wouldn't have happened because, yes, he was like evil, but
was he though?
that's what I'm saying. That's why I see it quotations. His future wife, who ended up, that ended up happening to her. No spoiler. His wife, that happened to her, but it's how it happened. I feel like that set the tone for what transpired after that.
Yeah,
because if you take away that situation and she's still alive,
none of that would have happened.
None of that would have happened.
I mean,
and that's the traumatic experience.
If I said what I was going to say, it was going to spoil it. So I'm going to leave that alone.
That's the traumatic experience that happens in just about every anime with the main character.
Yeah.
Something major happens to the point where they feel like it's like, what the I ain't did nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
Or like I'm trying to like settle down and do my own thing, and he all come with the axes and pitchforks. Like, why y'all coming over here bothering me? Like Demon Slayer is another one. Like all of these things, it's like it's a significant traumatic experience, and it causes them to either go down the path to the left, where it's like I'm finna butcher everybody, or go down the path to the right, where it's like I need to figure this out, and I need to go and I need to find something within me to protect everybody. Me personally, I'm taking the path to the left. I'm butchering everybody. I'm butcher mode,
bro. Yeah. I feel you.
So those are the ones. Those are the ones that are on my. Those are the ones that are on my radar right now, and they all kind of follow that same path. The only one that I do watch that's not on that path is Dr. Stone.
Okay.
Dr. Stone is legit. Yeah, Dr. Stone is legit, and I love Dr. Stone for it taking a different route for its anime. It's more on the science route. It's more on the science spectrum. Don't.
Boy, I was waiting for somebody to die. I'm like, what is going on with this right
now? The traumatic experience happened to the entire world in the first episode. What more you want?
Turn to stone. Okay.
What more you want? What more do you want?
I feel like I already said what I wanted.
I'm gonna ask you that question, and then I'll ask you the follow-up question.
I already said what I wanted.
So you want somebody to die? People did die.
I want to see blood and guts.
Okay. Anyway,
I want to see somebody the ish push.
So what you watch now? So I can butcher and badger.
That's fine. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Go ahead.
So for me, Currently I'm watching One Piece, as we talked about. I needed to watch that. It just I had to get through all the fillers.
Yeah, it's a ton of filler.
I mean, and I told you this the other day. I'm finally where Luffy beat Doflamingo when he went Gear 4 and hit him with the Kong punch. Fire. That was dope.
You're welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. I'm man enough to say thank you.
No.
So
Continue.
so let's see. I'm watching One Piece. Watching Demon Slayer, of course. Fourth season. Heck, even third season.
Yeah,
If you haven't watched it,
third season. Yes,
highly recommended.
third
in the
season.
theater art district. Highly recommended.
Spicy meatball.
And then so I'm watching those two. I'm watching Vinland Saga, which for me, like, I love the turn that they've taken with the second season of Vinland Saga. You can say but you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So with Vinland Saga, the first season was like
I do have one additional question, but go ahead.
Literally all blood and guts with Vinland Saga. Because it was more focused on like the Vikings and Raiden and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the second season, the main character becomes a slave. And so now he's going on to this more pacifist ideology. But he's starting to realize, like, in order for him to get his ultimate goal, he's going to have to bleed back into some violence.
Okay.
Which I think that's pretty dope. Just looking at the duality of the two aspects. What else? Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So dope. I can't wait for you to watch that.
I can't either.
We're gonna have to sit and talk about that.
You keep talking about it. Like, if it's trash, I promise you I'm gonna hit you in the face with a water balloon. If it's trash.
People.
Hear me, see me. If it is trash, I'm smacking him on live TV. He's getting a water balloon to the face.
But it's fire.
He's getting a water balloon to the face if it's trash.
Let's see. So Bleach, and then Fire Force. Fire Force is dope. Like, I know what you're going to say. It's a little like firefighters, but I like it. It's different, and it kind of, I don't know. It just goes back for me. I love the aspect of the main character where he's trying to find his little brother that was stolen from him. What's your question?
What made that even like? I'm just saying, come on, like, how did you click on that? Did you click on that by accident?
No,
because the cover art is legitimately like some guy.
You want to know who put me on the Fire Force?
Firefighter.
You want to know who put me on the Fire Force?
Who?
Lance. Lance put me on the Fire Force. He was like, "Yo, you need to check this out." I had no idea what it was, and then he said it's only on Crunchyroll. So, is it only on Crunchyroll? It's on Hulu too.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah, I went and watched it, and I was like, "Man, I'm hooked." Like. It is, and now the second season is more gory than the first season.
Okay, I'm gonna
it's good, man.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
You should really check it out. It kind of reminds me of
once again, if
a
it's
little bit of Naruto.
If it's trash, I'm water balloon.
You're 0 for 2 right now because everything I've said is not trash. So.
We gonna see. We are going to see.
So I think like right now I'm looking at just kind of a full spectrum. Like usually I go for like the blood and the guts type of anime where it's like the highly intrinsic fight scenes like what's the Ragnarok that's on Netflix right now.
That is much.
It's good. I like the manga better personally.
So what makes you what about and even though we're doing, this whole intro thing, what specific, just a tidbit, what about the manga is better than
so for me
the actual show that's on Netflix currently?
I would say the main difference is like the show tends to drag it out way more than what the manga does.
Yes, I will agree with that.
That's probably my one gripe with the show because if you think about it, if you look at the breakdown, every season they only had 2 or 3 fights.
It's like I noticed that after
so 3 episodes takes up 1 fight.
Yeah, and it's like they have the 1 fight, and then the second fight consumes episodes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Then they have like a filler episode. Then they go into the next fight.
I don't like that.
That's
the one
why
thing
I say I like the manga.
I feel like
better.
more fights could have been filled. Like if you're gonna do a season, don't give me a season where you have 2 fights and one fight consists of maybe 2 episodes, and then the second fight is like
exactly
all the follow.
I mean, now when they do fight,
the
fire.
fight is legit.
Like Jack the Ripper versus Hercules, that was fire.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I have Jack the Ripper was a horrible person, but I'm sorry. In Ragnarok, I was rooting for Jack. I'm sorry, like Jack was raw. Jack the Ripper was raw in that fight.
He was
pure raw and pure genius.
So quick question.
What's up?
So
what you got?
And I saw this on Twitter, and it really made me think because it kind of tied in with the thing that we're talking about. So with this new generation of anime where they're constantly pumping out anime, and then we have the older generation like
go ahead.
your Yu Hakusho's, your Rurouni Kenshins, and all that stuff. What do you find yourself more excited for, or what do you find yourself watching more?
I find myself watching more of. So for starters, when I go click on the anime, I actually look at the seasons. I look at the episode count, and the reason being is because like there's like a sweet spot in my opinion.
Yeah.
With the number of seasons and the number of episodes.
Yeah.
Now I will say that a lot of the shows that are coming out now, they're taking bits and pieces from like the original anime, and they're bringing it into theirs, which is fine, but it's gonna become watered down at some point.
Yeah.
And yeah, we say Naruto had fillers. We say One Piece had fillers. Yes, they had those fillers, but they were still like original. Yeah. Like the fillers that are coming out with a lot of the episodes now, it's like they're fillers and they're empty fillers. Like I feel like there's a difference between like having having a full filler and then having an empty filler. A lot of the ones that are coming, not a lot of them, but some of the ones that are coming out now are empty fillers, where it's like you literally just put that there for no reason.
Make space between.
It's 19 minutes of nothingness versus like a filler from like One Piece. Like yes, is a filler, but it's a full filler where there was no fight going on, and there was like a gradual progression to something else, but they still had like comic relief in there. Like Luffy is like one of the most funniest people.
Oh, he is.
Luffy is one of the most funniest people in the world. Like, legitimately carefree. So those are the ones that I find myself excited about. I will say that I find myself also excited about the shows that I have been watching, like waiting for those particular seasons versus like looking for a new show. Okay. Because I don't know, I'm just not at ease, or I'm just not like comfortable with a lot of the new shows because anime manga has become mainstream. Yeah. And I feel like once like it still hasn't became like full on mainstream yet, but I feel like once it becomes full on mainstream, the quality is gonna go. We talked about this before. Yeah. Quality over quantity. Yeah. The quality of is it going to go down?
I agree,
and that's the sucky part to it all because we have to like watch this. Like,
come on. Man. I agree. Like that's an interesting perspective to look at it from. Like for me, I tend to find myself, unless it's something like I'm really excited about, like Demon Slayer, like Jujutsu Kaisen,
that has a legitimate nice foundation, and now they're
like something like that. I read it, like I was excited to see it. I find myself more looking back to like the nostalgic. Because like Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha.
I went back and watched Gundam, bro. That's like where I'm at. Like I legitimately went back and watched Gundam.
It doesn't matter how many times I've seen it, even if I know the story arc. It's like Like fans will go back and watch Star Wars. They have a cult following, or they'll go back and watch all of the Marvel Phase 1 through 4.
Oh yeah,
because that's where
because that was
let me say Phase 1 through 3 because Phase 4 was
but that was like speaking of Marvel, that was the best. Like that.
And for me, that's the old school anime. That's the best.
That's the best.
Or at least I have more of a connection. With that
because because they took time to build a true foundation on those on those ideas.
Exactly. And man, I would honestly say, and this kind of ties back into our previous or our past episode where we're talking about fatherhood. And that's another reason why I stuck with anime like I have, because my son, he's about to turn 2. He has no idea what he's looking at really on the screen.
No, he's just fascinated with what he sees, innocent eyes.
Exactly. And the fact that he gets so excited when like the One Piece theme song comes on. Absolutely. Like me and him it's just a moment for us to bond, because I'm always at work, and when I come back it's like, okay,
this is our time.
Daddy, this is our time. And so man, it just made me proud.
It's a great feeling. Like me and my son will watch the Dragon Ball Z movie, not the latest one,
the Broly one.
The Broly one.
Yeah,
we will watch that one. And
dope.
Your kids know when you get excited about something.
Oh yeah,
because like I'll start to watch it, and then he'll come and sit beside me, and it's just like question after question after question. And to a certain degree, he might not be paying attention, but he can feel that I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, Dad don't normally sit down and watch stuff like this. Like he's like locked in, and I be locked in.
Like well, why are you asking me questions about this right now, bro? It's just, I can't think of any like genre of show, movie, pretty much anything that has like gotten. Like I have goosebumps. Like when we just watched
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. The final fight of the third season, bro. Yes. Like I've seen that like 50 times.
But you know the kicker though? You don't realize how quiet, and not you specifically, but in general, for people who are listening and watching as well, you don't realize how still and quiet, bro, you're hyper focused on it. You are zoned in to the point where like outside world ain't existing.
You don't
right
realize
now.
what's going on around you. So it's like, okay,
like you might not even blink, and you're just like,
outside of sports, I can't think of anything that has me like that.
No.
Like,
it's a different world.
It really is.
It's a different world for the people who have grown up with this.
Yes.
It's a different world because we know what anime looked like when it was
when we
before.
Had to wait
we had
by week.
Week after week, we had to wait, like the graphics, the viewing, like I don't even know what's lower than 480, but it was something at the time because it was trash.
Great. It was great to us.
It was great to us, but it was trash when you look at it now. And now you got shows like Demon Slayer that is you can get in full 1080 or 4K, and it's like this.
And then if you want to binge watch it, you have the opportunity now because you have your Crunchyrolls, you have your Hulus, you have your Netflix.
That is what I feel like takes away from the essence of it. Like, I'm in the IT world, but that I feel it truly steals the essence of being
you don't have that
for a new episode.
That weight factor.
Yeah, because you're just sitting there, you play it, and it's like, okay, that episode's done. Next episode is loading. Boop, it's up. Versus, like you said, when we were watching it, it was either week by week by week, and there was no recordings.
Nope.
If you missed it,
you missed it. Like you better hope that you catch it on Toonami the next week before they air the new episode.
Or you go to school and you're talking to one of your friends and they spill everything. But so even if they did spill it, you were just like, you still gonna watch it. And this is my last little snippet. you have people who will defend their characters to a fault.
Yes.
Certain people will defend. People will defend certain characters to a fault.
No matter how asinine it is.
No matter how asinine it is. It don't matter how much of an asshole that character is. It don't matter how evil that character may be. They will defend that character. It don't matter how dumb that character may be.
They see the good in everything.
They will defend their characters to a fault.
Bro.
Because it's like, I don't talk about my character. Like it's that connection. It's like, with Beyonce and the whole Beehive. Like they will defend Beyonce like hands down, blinded by it. Like I don't care,
bro. Like you have like with every one of these, like even though like anime itself is like a cult following, you have people that are like One Piece purists, Naruto purists.
I have a friend. And she is a One Piece hell bent. I will fight anybody about Luffy. And I'm like,
that's wild to me.
I'm like, okay, yeah, Luffy is like
he's great.
He's great, but like
he's not that great. In my opinion.
I'm like, what is it with Luffy? But I can't talk. You can't talk. Like, because we all have those. We all have those characters.
Oh yeah.
Like we all have them, and it's like
Naruto.
I don't care what nobody says. Like Sasuke. If we're going, like, it's like that's my guy. But like Inosuke, bro, Demon Slayer. I don't care what nobody say. Like, bruh is full blown hell bent. I'm running into fight everybody. I don't care what. Like, don't ask me.
And man, I honestly believe that people are like that because they see a little bit of them
in the character. Absolutely.
So,
and I feel like it's more of a connection versus, even though it's fictional, I feel like it's more of a connection than you connecting to like. It's gonna sound kind of crazy. It's more of a connection with you connecting to that fictional character than it is with you connecting to like a celebrity or somebody like that.
Yeah,
like
for me it is. Like,
it definitely is. You pull more of a connection with that fictional character that you're watching on TV.
Yeah,
than you do an actual person that is in a movie or something like that.
Artist,
artist or whomever, whatever that real person is like, well, no, I draw more of a connection to Inosuke or Luffy or Naruto or Goku and Krillin,
bro. That's
whomever.
That's the great thing about anime, man. Like you're able to find yourself in somebody that's in a show.
I believe and I also believe that there's more diverse personalities in anime.
Yes.
And that I feel like is what hooks people. Because I guarantee you got somebody out there that will defend Frieza to a full-blown fault. For whatever the case may be.
Whatever the case may be.
They will defend Frieza to a fault.
I just don't get that, but
I don't either. But I guarantee you there's somebody out there. I guarantee you there's somebody out there.
So, all right. So now that we talked about how we got into anime, what kept us going, the connection that each of us have individually towards anime, and that connection, how it bleeds into our next generation of our sons. Yeah. What anime are you excited to come out in the near future, whether it be a new season, whether it just be a new show altogether, or whether you're excited to read the manga? Because if you don't know, the manga is typically chapters or episodes ahead of the anime.
Yes. 2. I said 2.
And you gave a 3. Simple.
2. Hold his L.
Oh.
The first one, it's so many to choose from. The first one I will say is One Punch Man. Because I feel like there's a lot left on the table with that.
Okay.
The second one, we did not discuss this as we were talking about the others. The second one is, because I feel like Demon Slayer is a given.
Yeah.
The second one is Baki.
You've always liked Baki. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. I just watching. I don't know the series progression on Netflix because they have so many different Bakis. I don't know what the chronological order is.
Oh, okay. But it's Baki. Those are the two.
Baki's good.
So those are the two.
Baki's
because you know what? I'll add in another given. Castlevania and Demon Slayer, I feel like are the givens.
Yeah.
But Baki and yes, those two. Baki and One Punch Man. Okay. Those are the two that I'm most excited about to see how it further adapt, to see the further adaptation for those two. Okay. Because there's, in my mind, I could very well be wrong and draw my own conclusion, but in my mind, I feel like there is a significant amount that's left on the table that can be done with those guys. Okay. What you got?
So I'm not going to say the ones that you said because I don't want to rehash it. But so I'm waiting. I'm excited for Jujutsu Kaisen to come out. The Shibuya train arc incident. Yeah. So many people die. That's gonna be crazy. I'm excited about that.
Wait, that's Jujutsu Kaisen? Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So just a little spoiler. I'm gonna say it.
No, I will mute your mic. Come on, man. Continue.
Right. So Jujutsu Kaisen, of course. I'm not gonna say Demon Slayer.
That's given.
And then I'm excited for there's so many. I'm excited for the second part adaptation of 1,000 Year Blood War arc.
Okay. I gotta watch
that.
I gotta watch it. So
that's gonna be dope.
Yeah. I can draw
at least if it conveys the same emotion that the manga.
I can draw no ideas from that one because I hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah, bro. I would sit down and watch it with you because it's that good. And then
we might have to do a live on that one.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, we might have to do a live on that.
That'd be dope.
That would be pretty cool.
Let's see what else. And just an honorable mention for me is Boruto.
That was my son.
The time skip that's they're about to pick up the manga back. They're about to pick up the manga in August again. Yeah. And it's going to be a 3-year time skip, I think.
I think so.
And so...
Yeah. 3 or 4, but I think it's 3.
At this point, like, Boruto is a rogue ninja. Yeah. Because they think that he killed his father, but it's just dealing with the Otsutsuki and...
he's dealing with a lot.
He's dealing with a lot. So I'm really looking forward to that. Because Boruto has been boring for the longest.
Okay, and real quick,
filler episodes.
Okay, real quick as we're wrapping up. Last question: did you read the manga on that one?
On Boruto?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you're like.
That's why I'm excited about it. Like I'm over here scratching my hand and excited. Like I'm excited about it because, dude, like they've been going through maybe 30. Filler episodes, I think.
See, and
and it has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, no,
and if you want to piss me off, that's the quickest way to do it. In regards
30,
to
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like One Piece has a lot.
They have a lot, but
it's not like on a it's not like filler after filler after filler after filler after filler, bro.
And
that's the quickest way to lose an audience. Yeah, bro. You got
they almost lost me, but I started watching YouTube videos. And they started talking about Boruto.
Man, you can't be playing. YouTube, you can't do the cheat codes, bruh. Deal with it.
No.
Deal with it.
That's why I go back to the old.
Nah, you deal. So what if somebody asks you about one of the filler episodes? You cheat code.
I don't care.
You cheat code.
I don't care.
You know what? We're gonna leave that there. No, absolutely not.
Well, absolutely not for you.
Whatever. All right, guys. So as we wrap this up. This is our intro to why we love anime. We love to get some more comments and things like that as to why you guys love it. Below. Put them below. You can tweet. You can retweet about it and give us your insights on it. Some of the comments we may very well use on the show because we love to interact with our people. With that being said, guys, this is a wrap up. As once again, I'm Vaughn.
I'm JoJo.
And with that, guys, Limitless, we are out.
Deuces.